All right, it's day number 8, I believe, 7 or 8, something like that. But starting off with the running backs, you see Coach Heupel's over there watching them. I don't know exactly what that means. Could it mean that maybe he's expecting a little bit more out of them based off of what happened in the scrimmage, or is it just that he's kind of making his normal rounds and we just so happen to catch him over here? But either way, just kind of watching them go through it. Of course, we know we've got some really good bodies, some really good players, but he is emphasizing things here, and that's what I like to see. So that also kind of leads me to believe that possibly he didn't see enough out of that group in the scrimmage. See that? Like, I mean, he's even talking about, hey, hold that ball high and tight. And hey, it could also just be that he's just doing his regular coach stuff. Really don't know. Sound like the running backs looked pretty good out of that scrimmage. But again, we've got some good bodies here. I'm starting to feel a lot more comfortable with the depth. Guys like Keith, I think he's one that we didn't hear about, but I feel like he could really bring a whole lot to us this season. Deshaun Bishop, obviously, we heard a lot of good things about him. So Cam Seldon should be back, I believe, for the first game. Will he play in the first game has been our question. We just saw right there, Brew and Nico right here. We've got Mike Matthews. First time seeing him. He looks really good. It's good to see him going out there full speed, running around Coach Pope, getting them right. Of course, he's kind of pumping guys up, getting them ready because we still got a little bit more of a grind until we get done with fall camp. I believe our next scrimmage should be on Thursday. And, I think that just in general, we look pretty sharp. Like we look like we know what to do. We understand how to get there right here. Finally, we're getting to see these tight ends go to work and do a little bit of blocking. I think that this group is going to be phenomenal. P and I talked about this yesterday, but we feel very comfortable with this group as a whole. So many big bodies that we don't really talk about that I feel like can get it done on Saturdays if we need them to. Right here, offensive line working on some combo blocks. Another room that I feel very comfortable, very confident with. We're seeing some different matches right here, which is huge, just because you had to develop that continuity amongst the entire offensive line. The only way to do that is by getting reps with a lot of different combinations of people. Here we got the tight ends working a little bit more on some blocking. I'm not sure if this is a reach block or exactly what this is supposed to be, but I will say that they look good. Of course, Coach Alec Ablin, who used to be an offensive line coach, he's going to be able to get them right. Seeing guys like Cole Harrison out there, who I feel like is probably at about 230 plus pounds. And right now you see Coach Abe using him kind of like as the dummy to show everyone how he wants it to look. But you can just tell that he's got really good size, really good range. But yeah, I mean, blocking is not going to be any issue inside of that room. Here we've got Coach William Ings, that's the linebackers coach, working with his backers. We're going to see them going through a drill right here, kind of like a read and react sort of a drill. But right here, there's too many people for me to name, but from left to right, number 7 is Arion Carter. You see how explosive he is? He looks like he's at a different level than everybody else right now. Next to him is going to be number 11, Keenan Pili. Of course, he's a wily old veteran. He gets it. Number 22 is going to be Jeremiah T-Lander. Those are our 3 guys. I think that's the 3 best linebackers inside of this room. But you see how good Keenan Pili looks just going through that, kind of dropping into coverage, changes directions very, very well. Now watch Arion do this. Okay, so he kind of stumbled right there, but boom. I mean, explosive, explosive, explosive. I think he's going to put up some phenomenal numbers this year, especially if he's playing more of that will, where he's going to be a little bit freer to roam around. Idris Farouk, we always talk about how good he looks. Right here, we have Christian Harrison. Now, he is in a red non-contact jersey, but he did go in the scrimmage. Looks like he has a brace on his left elbow. Could be something going on there. I'm sure that we'll get some notes on that pretty soon. Here we've got our safeties going, Kobe Thomas, Andre Turrentine. Now, the thing right here is I believe that they're working off of 2 different people. So that's the difference in how long it's taken for them to kind of come up out of their breaks. Is this they're reading the person. They each have a different person that they're reading off of. Right here, we have Jamal McCoy working on what looked like cover 3, standing on top of the routes. Always talk about that. I think that we just look really good, y'all. Christian Charles, he looks phenomenal going through that drill. That's exactly how that's supposed to look. Greatness transitions, really good foot speed, and his hips are extremely fluid. And here we see Kobe Thomas also has really good hips. You have to have that as a safety playing center field. And you're seeing they're all making catches. They all have good hands. Here we have John Slaughter, same exact thing. I mean, they almost look identical going through these drills. So that is very, very encouraging. I think that the safety room ultimately is going to be okay. We just got to see what happens. Right here, we have Christian Harrison. That's going to be it. Stay tuned. We'll have the news and notes here in just a minute. Please make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We'll see you in just a minute. Thanks. Peace.